Have you ever looked at a plastic bottle and seen anything but, trash? Probably not. Well, what if I told you that very bottle, plus a few hundred more, could be the key to free, clean energy? It sounds kind of wild, but let's dive into this incredible project that does exactly that.
So we all know about the massive global problem of plastic waste. The creator of this project, Jose Alcino Alano, was motivated by what he calls the frightening ocean of plastic. I mean, wow, that's a powerful image, isn't it? It really puts the scale of the problem into perspective.
But here's the thing. This isn't just another story about the problem. No. This is all about a brilliant solution, a pivot from waste to warmth. Developed by Jose Alcino Alano and his family in Brazil, this project takes that exact trash and turns it into a system for providing hot water for everyone, especially for the folks who need it most.
Okay, so where did this whole idea come from? Well, it all started with a really simple but, powerful goal: to find a useful destination for all that discarded packaging. Basically, to figure out how to turn trash into treasure right in your own community. And this right here, this is really the heart of the whole project. See, it's not just about some clever recycling trick. The real mission, the why behind it all, is social. It's about using this simple tech to bring comfort, dignity, and real savings on energy bills to low-income families. It's about empowering people with a solution they can literally build themselves.
Okay, now for the cool part. What's so amazing about this whole thing is just how elegantly simple the science is. I mean, there are no complex electronics, no moving parts that can break down. It's just pure physics, all powered by the sun.
Which brings us to the big question, right? How in the world can a bunch of old plastic bottles and milk cartons actually heat up water? It sounds like it shouldn't work, kind of like magic, but it's all based on a scientific principle that, honestly, you've probably seen happen a million times and never even thought about it.
The secret sauce here is something called the thermosiphon effect. It's a basic law of physics. Think about it. When you heat up water, it expands, it gets less dense, and so it rises. And as that hot water rises, the colder, denser water sinks down to take its place, and then it gets heated. This creates this incredible continuous loop, basically a natural pump that runs all by itself with zero electricity.
And check this out. This diagram lays it all out perfectly. You've got cold water at the bottom of the tank, that's item 8, and it flows down into these solar collectors. The sun does its thing, heating the water inside those columns. Now, because it's hot, it's lighter, so it rises up and flows right back into the top of the storage tank through pipe number 9. And this cycle just keeps going and going all day long as the sun's out.
All right, so we've got the science down. Now, let's get our hands dirty, so to speak, and see how you actually build one of these things. The whole process is just a masterclass in low-tech genius. We're talking simple, easy-to-find materials and tools that pretty much anyone can get their hands on.
It really boils down to 4 main steps. First, you collect and prep the plastic bottles. Then, you cut and fold up old milk or juice cartons. These are going to be your heat absorbers. Next up, you paint those cartons and the internal pipes. And finally, you put it all together into these columns, which are really the heart of the whole system.
And here's where it gets really clever. To make sure everything is consistent and easy to repeat, the project uses these awesome homemade jigs. On the left, that's the template for cutting and folding the cartons just right. And on the right, that's just a piece of wood with a few nails, but it lets you cut the PVC pipe to the perfect length every single time. No need for any expensive factory gear. So smart. Okay, pay attention, because this next part is super important for making the whole thing work efficiently. Both the folded cartons and the PVC pipes get a coat of matte black paint. So why matte black specifically? Well, it's back to simple physics. Dark, non-shiny surfaces are fantastic at absorbing energy. If you used glossy paint, it would just reflect the sunlight away. But matte black, it just soaks up all that solar energy, turning it straight into heat. So here you can see how the core of it comes together. You've got the black painted carton right up against the black painted PVC pipe. Then, you take the clear plastic bottles with the bottoms neatly cut off, and you just slide them right over the top. These bottles are brilliant. They act like a tiny greenhouse, trapping the sun's heat inside and also protecting everything from wind and rain.
Once you have all your columns, they get connected together with pipes at the top and bottom, creating one complete collector module. And look, they're just using a simple rubber mallet to make sure everything fits together nice and tight. These modules are actually pretty lightweight and easy to handle, and you can connect as many as you need, side by side, to get enough hot water for any size family.
Okay, so the modules are built. Now for the really crucial part, the installation. This is the moment it all comes together, where you turn a pile of recycled parts into a real working solar water heater.
And when it comes to installation, location is absolutely everything. Since this project started in the southern hemisphere, the rule is the collectors have to face north. That way they're positioned to catch the most direct sunlight all day long, from sunrise to sunset. That's how you get maximum efficiency.
And hey, remember that thermosiphon effect we talked about? Well, this number right here is the absolute key to making it work. The bottom of your water tank has to be at least 30 centimeters, that's about a foot, higher than the very top of the solar collector. That height difference is what gives gravity the push it needs to get that natural water circulation going. Without that gap, the system just plain won't work. It's that important.
You know what's just as fascinating as the tech is the philosophy behind it all. The creator put this entire design in the public domain. But, and this is a big but, with some very specific rules. This is for social co-ops and communities to build. It's not for big companies to mass produce. The whole point is about sharing knowledge to empower regular people, not for making a commercial profit or for some political agenda.
So when you step back and look at the whole thing, you start to realize this project is so much more than just a clever way to get hot water. It's really an entire philosophy put into action.
I mean, think about it. It's focused on society, on improving people's lives with dignity. It's ecologically sound, literally turning garbage into a resource. It's super low cost, which makes this kind of sustainable tech available to pretty much anyone. And because it's in the public domain, it's like a gift of knowledge to the world, a totally open invitation for anyone, anywhere, to take this idea, use it, and even make it better.
And an idea this powerful, well, people noticed. The project's genius and its incredible impact on communities, it was recognized with Brazil's big Super Ecology Award way back in 2004, which just goes to show you how far ahead of its time this kind of thinking really was.
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? This one project solved a huge need, hot water, using nothing but old plastic bottles and milk cartons. So it kind of leaves you with this one big question. What other everyday problems could we solve if we just started to look at the trash we throw away not as waste, but as a resource just waiting for a new purpose?